What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collect to Build Starro the Conqueror's Owlman from the Crime Syndicate. Now, box is pretty standard as always. You just get this generic picture of Starro on the back. The first one had this picture on there, and then I don't know. It's just a little shit that annoys me sometimes, but you get to see how you build Starro. You get all the PCs in there, the top, bottom with the barcode. This is starting to hit targets now. I found mine at Target. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop this guy open. Holy shit. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Look at that. That's ridiculous. But luckily, it just looks like it snaps back in. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and open this guy up. So, taking him out of the package, I went ahead and put just a little dab of glue in the arm and then, you know, let it sit for a second. But it usually, it honestly just clicked in, so it's really no issue at all. Luckily, it wasn't something like a stripped peg or something like that, which isn't such an easy fix. But luckily, we're all good. So, other than that issue, this is a pretty dope figure. And I gotta say, I'm really liking what's going on here. So, taking a look at the head sculpt here. This is not the exact look for Owlman that I'm used to. I picture him with more grays on the head, a little bit of blue in there for the eyes and shit like that. That's usually how I picture Owlman, but this is a cool look for him too. And if you want to go for that other look, then you probably could with a little bit of customizing. So, I mean, I'm not going to do that. I'm not really worried about it that much. It's just a cool Batman character to go on the shelf. Also, this is the only one out of this series that I will be keeping other than Starro. If you guys have been following these videos, then you should know by this point that I don't care about the Crime Syndicate very much. I really don't. Batman is an excuse, but I'm buying this for the Starro piece. So I'm not going to be going over these today. We'll save Starro for his own video in November when the last figure releases, but this is most likely the only figure of this wave series, whatever you want to call it, that I will be buying. But or that I will be keeping and like after I buy it. But taking a look at the cape here, you get like that feathered look, which I love. I like the swoosh because it's not too much of a swoosh, but then like it's kind of cool for photos. Like if you hold it off to the side, like that looks pretty badass. So I like that a lot. The sculpt on the chest looks really good. The sculpt for McFarlane is always there, but sometimes the paint is lacking, and it just looks like it needs a little bit of paint. A little bit of silver dry brush and maybe a wash on all these little parts and doodads all over his body would be really beneficial to the overall figure. The arms, they look good. The hands look good. They got the claws. I'm happy that there's not some dumb grip hand for nothing to grip. I like the claw hands. The yellow that is punched in is nice, but like some silver on these buckles would be nice. A wash on all the gray would be nice. But the head sculpt does look good. Looks very bird-like. I like that. Can't wait for the Court of Owl figure. Oh, man. I know it's Talon, but I'm going to get like 10 of those things. But the feetsies look good. I do like the way that they look. Like I said, the sculpt is there. McFarlane, just put a wash on there. Like, I know how to do a wash. I'm pretty sure most of us know how to do a wash, but it's the fact that we shouldn't have to, you know? Especially for these kinds of figures, because you are charging $25, so they should be a little bit more. And don't get me wrong, you get 2 giant pieces of plastic for your Build-A-Figure, but I don't know. That's just me. So, overall, he looks good. It's just, I think a wash would have done this justice. As far as accessories, you get this poopy card, and you get this poopy stand. But you do get another one of these little Starros, and hell yeah, I love this. I'm happy that they gave this with each one of us. You get like the clear eyes in there, no real paint on the back, but they're all slightly different, looking in different directions. So my idea for my display one day will be when I piece together this giant Starro to have these guys floating around them. If I can find these on clearance, I'll buy a shit ton of them and get these like little Starros all over the place. If again, I mentioned in my other videos, if you guys don't want your little Starro, let me know. I'll give you $5 a Starro. But anyway, that's pretty dope. As far as articulation is concerned, the head will look up, down, pivot side to side, rotate. Shoulders will go up, down, rotate, 360. $260, maybe not. No, it will. I just got caught on something. So it's good. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge, or hinge and swivel, whatever. The diaphragm joint's pretty good. I mean, he'll crunch forward a little bit, back much further, and then rotate at the top and the bottom and pivot side to side. So overall, it's pretty good. Again, just standard McFarlane shit with not wanting to crunch forward. Not really sure why, but whatever. Hopefully he'll fix that. He's fixed a lot of things. They'll do splits, kick forward, back, upper thigh swivel a little bit. We're getting there. Double jointed knees. And then the ankle goes down, up, pivot, and toe joint. And I do like that he sculpted the ankle. That does look good. It looks like a little off. I don't know what that dent in there on them is, but it gets the job done. So I really like the articulation overall. It just feels like a standard McFarlane figure, to be honest with you. It's not like anything crazy, but not anything like gut-wrenchingly awful on this guy. So overall, I think it does what it needs to do. So unfortunately, if you've been following these certain set of videos, I don't know what the order of them posting is. I'm not home right now, so they're just getting compared to random shit. Here he is compared to a battle droid and a Count Dooku, so it's 7-inch scale, so of course he's going to be bigger. But just based off of him, playing around, he'll fit fine with the DC Multiverse line. He won't be too tall, won't be too small. He's pretty good. So I know somebody out there is dying to know, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of this figure? And I gotta say, he's another solid entry to the DC Multiverse line, and honestly, the only one that I am going to be keeping. I don't really care about the Crime Syndicate, and honestly, I think this Ultraman was ugly as fuck. I don't like that figure. And the Wonder Woman or the Superwoman was good. It's just I don't care about that version of her. I want a classic Wonder Woman, please. But anyway, this figure overall, you really needs a paint wash. Definitely could have benefited from that. A little bit more paint. The articulation's fine. Crunch forward, but that's pretty standard for McFarlane. So overall, I think this is an awesome figure to the set. And we're so close. I feel like these have been coming out really quickly, though. Like, I feel like it was just yesterday I reviewed the Crime Syndicate Superman or the Ultraman, which is funny because I think I did that here as well. But anyway, at a price point of $25, because, you get the pieces with this one, I'm going to go ahead and give this a rating of, let's give them 8 out of 10. A paint wash, pinless joints, and a crunch forward. Boom. Beautiful. But other than that, I believe that's all I got for today. So if you have not already, please do yourself a favor and me and like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. We have a lot of fun over there, so I'm sure you will too. But other than that, I believe that's all I got. So, as always, let me know. You coppin'? Let me know if you're going to pick them up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.